Coming up on Mountain News this morning, there's a new broadband project in Harlan County as officials continue to put funding in eastern Kentucky. And Kentucky Blood Center's Big Blue Slam Blood Drive is underway after devastating turnouts last week due to the weather.
Dedicated to eastern and southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning, I'm Olivia Calfee. We're coming up on 5 a.m. on January 23rd. Now let's check in with meteorologist Tim Drawbridge for a look at your forecast this morning.
Good morning, Olivia. Good morning, everyone. Nice to be able to walk out and not feel the absolute bam of cold air coming right into your face, right? Yeah, I know, it's still wintertime, but nonetheless, it's a good morning in southern and eastern Kentucky because things are quiet right now. Some of you a little bit colder than others. We'll show you the regional temps in just a moment. The warming trend continues as we make our way through the next couple of days. Scattered showers today, tonight into Wednesday. And we're going to keep an eye on things for Wednesday night into Thursday. Could be some steadier, heavier rain on the horizon. It is 41 as of last check, Jackson, but it's 28 down your way. At Manchester, 26 at Middlesboro, 28 up your way at Ashland. And the pinpoint Doppler radar right now is quiet. And as promised yesterday, all the action has been up north of the Ohio Valley, but notice back toward Paducah and down across western Tennessee into Mississippi. This moisture tracking northeastward will get in here gradually as we head through the rest of today. All right, here's your planner. So we rock and roll through today. Scattered showers developing and highs will end up getting into the low and mid 50s. More details about the First Alert 7-day forecast in a few moments. Olivia?
All right, Tim, thank you. A huge weekend fire destroyed a home in Letcher County. A neighbor sent us this video of the massive flames and say many consider it a historic landmark in the Blackie community. We are told the building used to serve as a hospital. No injuries were reported. The neighbor tells us they believe a portable space heater might be to blame because a furnace had stopped working. A Laurel County man is behind bars after police say he struck a woman in the face. It happened last Thursday evening off Dog Branch School Road in Laurel County. After deputies arrived at the scene, they learned two people were involved in an argument, which led to 42-year-old Michael Jagier reportedly striking a woman in the face. He was taken to the Laurel County Correctional Center. A new broadband project is underway in Harlan County. Officials with the Kentucky Center for Rural Development and the Appalachian Regional Commission announced an $80,000 grant for the Clover Lick Broadband Project. Harlan County Judge Executive Dan Mosley says this is a step in the right direction when it comes to improving connectivity within the county.
Being able to get those investments made to be able to get this service available to people is huge, and we certainly appreciate Congressman Rogers, his vision to create the Kentucky Wired initiative, and that in itself has enabled other providers to be able to tap into this high-speed middle mile that's come through our area.
Judge Mosley says they are continuing to secure funding for future projects regarding broadband connectivity. As temperatures warm up from the extreme cold, people could see more water pipe issues this week, but there are some steps you can take to prevent problems. Make sure to always know where your water valve shutoff is located in the event one burst. Let your faucets drip and do what you can to keep pipes warm. Pipe damage might not reveal itself until ice blockage thaws and releases pressure on the pipe.
That expansion that may actually be masking that crack, but when the water thaws, it's becoming liquid again. And so therefore it can move through those cracks, and that's when you start to see those broken lines. That's when it reveals itself.
Officials with Kentucky American Water say this time of year, it's not unusual to see a high number of water main breaks. Kentucky Blood Center's Big Blue Slam Blood Drive is underway, and Kentucky has the early lead. It marks the 16th year Kentucky is competing against Florida. Eric Lindsay with the Blood Center says this year's blood drive comes at a critical time. Last week's winter weather caused them to lose more than 500 donations. Lindsay says they hope the blood drive will help stock in the shelves and boost supply.
The thing about blood is it has to be on the shelves ahead of time. Whenever that need arises, whenever it might be in your life or your family's life, it's not something that we want to do after the fact. We can't be asking people to come in when you're on that hospital bed.
You can donate this week at all 8 donor centers, including locations in Corbin, Pikeville, and Somerset. There are also mobile drives in various locations. Donors will receive a Big Blue Slam t-shirt and be entered to win 2 tickets to the UK-Florida game next week. The Floyd County School District is hoping to help families in need this winter, one resource center at a time. The district's Family Resource Youth Centers are reminding families that just because school is out doesn't mean the supplies are. From food to clothing to safe housing, the centers are working to connect those in need with resources to make it through, battling the barriers that come with the weather and the unexpected expenses.
Reassure them that we're here, even though school is closed for students. We're here. If you have a need, please just reach out to us. We have so many resources that we can tap into.
You can find contact numbers for the Floyd County Resource Centers and this story on our website. And thanks for getting your day started with us here on Mountain News this morning. When we return, lawmakers on Capitol Hill are one step closer to expanding the child tax credit just in time for tax season.
And the pattern has flipped since last week. Cold and snowy last week. Milder and yes, trending wetter. All the details with the First Alert 7-day forecast coming up right after the break.